It's finally here, everybody. The next batch of stimulus checks will begin processing today for everyone that is currently missing a $1,400 stimulus check. And this including any of you guys that are on SSI, SSDI, and railroad retirement benefits, as well as those of you that are on VA benefits. Now folks, I've seen a lot of you guys asking me down in the comments whether or not you are eligible to receive an extra $200 in Social Security benefits per month. Well folks, in this video, I'll be answering all of your stimulus check questions and all of the questions that you have about Social Security. So be sure to stay to the end of this video to never miss the very important stimulus check news. What are your thoughts on the IRS, everybody? Do you believe that they are doing a good job of sending out stimulus payments? Leave a comment down below saying yes or no. Alright everybody, so many of you are wondering if an extra $200 payment is going to be provided to all SSI, SSDI, and survivors beneficiaries. Well folks, so far the SSA has announced a cost of living increase for this year. In a Twitter post, the SSA said that there will be a 1.3% benefit increase for the year 2021. Now if you guys did not get a stimulus check and want to know what's going on with your stimulus payment, then be sure to stay until the end of this video, because in this video I'm going over the latest information surrounding your third stimulus payment. And remember guys, the whole goal of this channel is to provide you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check news. I want to see every member of my community receive a $1,400 stimulus payment. Now folks, I personally believe that the IRS must do a much better job of sending out stimulus checks. The great American people need help, and they need help now. If you guys agree with my message, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes. So yes everybody, if you are missing a third stimulus check, it is very likely that you will receive your stimulus money very soon. Earlier this week, the IRS said that it plans to begin processing stimulus checks for those of you that are on Veterans Affairs benefits. That's great news everybody. Your Social Security benefits are set to be increased, and according to SSA officials, the government's annual calculations have shown a rise in the cost of living. This means more money for Social Security beneficiaries in 2021, and that is really awesome. Now another huge change for Americans would be an extra $200 monthly Social Security payment. Yes folks, there's a chance that you could get an additional $200 a month from your Social Security benefits. Now I personally believe that anyone who receives federal benefits like Social Security or SDI should receive an extra $200 per month. We must take care of our seniors. And if you guys agree that all Social Security beneficiaries should get an extra $200 per month, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes. Now according to the SSA, the average monthly Social Security check for retired workers was $1,514. The Assistant Deputy Commissioner of the SSA has also announced that Americans can expect to see their Social Security benefits and also SSI payments rise by 1.3% in 2021. However, I know that there are still many of you guys that don't receive VA benefits and still have not gotten your stimulus money. Well everybody, just know this. The IRS is almost done distributing all third stimulus checks to eligible Americans. And it is very likely the next batch of stimulus checks will include anyone who has not received a payment yet but is eligible. This adjustment is expected to affect about 70 million people. As of right now, Social Security recipients will be receiving an additional $20 per month. The IRS said it is continuing to review files from the VA covering individuals who receive benefits but do not normally file a tax return. The IRS also shared with us that the majority of these payments will be dispersed electronically and should be received on Wednesday, April 14th. Now folks, I also want you to know this. According to CNBC, Joe Biden does have plans to increase Social Security payments by an additional $200 a month, which would affect all retirees as well as veterans and SSI recipients. So yeah guys, I'm really happy to hear that Biden is working towards improving and helping Social Security beneficiaries. Now there are also other Democratic senators in Congress that support a $200 a month increase. Senators like Elizabeth Warren and Ron Wyden have stated that they are pushing to include in Congress the next stimulus package a $200 increase in the monthly benefit for all Social Security, veterans, as well as SSI beneficiaries all the way through the end of 2021. So yeah folks, we finally have a payment date for everybody that has not yet gotten a stimulus check. On April 14th, most of you should receive your $400 payment. And today is when the IRS will begin processing the checks. And after that, you should begin to see a pending deposit in your bank account. And then on April 14th, that money should be made available to you. This is all really exciting everybody. I can't wait for all of you to finally receive your stimulus money. But I do want to clarify that April 14th is the official payment date from the IRS for those of you that are on Veterans and Veteran Affairs benefits.
Thank you for bringing folks from both sides of the Capitol, and I'm grateful for your appeal for bipartisanship on, again, this is important legislation. I want to thank Senator Hirano and Tammy Duckworth, Senator Duckworth as well, and of course we're very proud of Grace Meng and her leadership on this legislation. On this, with great ideas, leadership, and values. And to Andy Kim, thank you from New Jersey for.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to lead off talking about the proposed infrastructure bill. It's pretty clear that it's about a whole lot of things other than infrastructure. And as you've heard us all say repeatedly already, only 6% of it is about roads and bridges. More money in there for electric cars than what most Americans think is infrastructure. But what I want to focus on in particular is the 2017 tax bill, the enormous success that it brought to our country. If you go back to February of 2020, the month before the pandemic hit, we had the best economy we had in 20 years. I think we had 3.5% unemployment. The big driver of that economic success was the 2017 tax bill. People have a tendency to focus on the corporate rates, but let's look at the other things they would do. Take the estate tax, for example. The exemption currently in the law for estates is about $11 million per person. What that does is allow family farms and small businesses to be passed down to the next generation without, in effect, being confiscated by the federal tax structure. In addition to that, the way the estate tax works, if you acquire an asset early in life and it builds up over the years.
This subcommittee has a mandate to examine the economy and how to make sure it works for all Americans. Given this mandate, there is no better topic for our first hearing than student loans and their impact on racial justice, on borrowers, and on the economy. The student loan debt burden is massive, and it affects millions of families. About 43 million Americans owe more than $1.7 trillion in student loans. That's an average of almost $40,000 per borrower. Student loan debt takes a real bite out of personal finances. It can mean that borrowers can't afford a new car, or can't get a mortgage, or can't launch a business, or can't start a family. This hurts them individually, but it also hurts the whole economy. The burden is so heavy that when the pandemic hit, Republican and Democratic policymakers recognized that loan payments would just sink families. So first President Trump and then President Biden paused student loan payments and canceled accumulated